Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from InThirdPerson.com, a person look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And today on the show, we've got my friends. I got Yoshi with me. This is not a yarn Yoshi, but it is a Yoshi. And it is this plush Yoshi. I can't remember who I got this from. One of my friends gave this to me for my birthday. I can't remember which, and they're gonna kill me if I'm not gonna say the name because I might guess it wrong. But thank you for this from a couple years ago. Still have it. Yoshi, one of my favorite characters. And then, of course, we have a little more on brand here. We've got the Yarn Yoshi as well. I do have some other Yoshi stuff, but not relevant to today's stream. So they're gonna be sitting beside me. I'll have this Yoshi on my lap or something while we play. And we are playing Yoshi's Crafted World on the Nintendo Switch. Actually, before we get started, I should do some shoutouts. I need to shout out Smite Baron Baron for following the channel while I was offline. Thank you so much, Smite Baron Baron. Appreciate the follow. I hope to see you soon at one of these shows. And, of course, gotta shout out everyone hosting the channel right now. So, shout outs to Chris and Rachel over at Double Jump, twitch.tv/xdoublejump. They've got, if you're watching this live, they have a marathon coming up. They're going to be streaming for 6 hours playing the Nintendo Switch, celebrating their 2-year anniversary with the console. And I will say, it's a pretty dope console. And I'll be there for at least the start of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay for the whole thing. It's on at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So I'll probably be out at some point, but in the morning I'll be there for sure. So, alright, we should be talking about Yoshi, though. Go-Go-Land. Did I do the thing? Okay, we haven't done this yet. So I will say, I have played a couple of levels. I started playing it on Friday night. Saturday, I didn't get to play it all. So if you're upset that we didn't play this from the very beginning, I apologize. And we're probably not going to stream this game much, I don't think. I'm going to play this on my own and then read my review. Okay, what do we get? So this is here the part where all the coins that we collect, we can spend on costumes. So what do we get? We got a purple truck. Alright. We got grass. Okay. And a wooden box. Alright, those are fine. I can show you some costumes I've got right now. I've got the train. That's the current one. It's a super rare. So I've been wearing that. And as you can see, the icons, there's 5 icons. Each time you take a hit, it'll take one from the costume and not yourself. So there are benefits, functional benefits to wearing these costumes as well. I've got the fish. I like the light blue fish. Chili bath. A little jelly there. So we're going to go with the super rare train. Because the train looks cool. Alright, let's back out. Ugh, let me get comfy here. Always a challenge finding the right seating position for streaming. Because by default, like, I set up the stream and I'm sitting upright, but then I eventually slouch, and then all of a sudden I'm too low in the camera, and I just hit the microphone. Great. All right, Yoshi, you're off to the side here. There we go. All right. How do we do this? Smash and crush with Go-Go Yoshi. Use the analog stick to punch up or down, hold Y, and then release it to perform a powerful punch. Okay. Let's try this out. Okay. Bang. So yeah, this is the new... Oh, jeez. We can jump as well. Great. Yeah, of course, this is the new Yoshi game on the Nintendo Switch. Came out on Friday. It's a rare instance where Amazon actually gets me the games on Friday. Usually it gets stuck in the mail or they don't get to it in time, and I end up waiting the entire weekend and then some in order to get these games. But shoutouts to Amazon for getting this one to me in time. So I will say, I love Yoshi the character, and I love playing with him in the other Super Mario games. He's my backup driver in Mario Kart when I can't pick Toad. But I will say, every Yoshi game past Yoshi's Island has been kind of hit and miss with me. Ah, jeez. And after this level, I've got a little, like, a one-game show and tell, because it's the only cartridge I have right now. Oh, I have the other one. Well, it's not a cartridge, but I do have the game. Yeah, this is not the... this is maybe not the best level to start Yoshi's Crafted World with, as this is not representative of the game as a full. It's more of a straight-up 2D platformer, and we are just running through a fun, silly diversion here, just smashing stuff. Yeah, we can talk about our history from the beginning with the Yoshi name in games. The very first Yoshi game I actually played was this puzzle game called... It was Yoshi's Cookie. Yes, it was Yoshi's Cookie. It was a puzzle game, sort of. It's not really a match 3, but you are matching cookies while, like, flipping them. It's an puzzle game. It never really came back. But I always get mixed up because there's more than one Yoshi puzzle game. There's Yoshi and Yoshi's Cookie, and those are two different things. I think we did okay there. I'm not really a completionist with games, so we're just going to play through it. I'll find what I find, and I'm not going to go out of my way to go back and get everything. So if you are that type of person that's going to get mad and yell at me for not picking up everything, I apologize in advance. So yeah, but the first game I can think of, like Yoshi-wise, like Yoshi's Island, of course. It is a fantastic game. Ooh, 10 Finally Flowers, sure. Fantastic game on the Super Nintendo. You can play it on the SNES Classic. It had such a cool, like, kids art crayon style that nothing like it at the time had. Thanks, that really put a spring in my step. And it was a lot of fun in that, yeah, it was, I guess, a Yoshi-centric platformer, and Nintendo added a lot of unique elements to it. It looked incredible. And it kind of had the difficulty of a Mario game. And this is going to be a big sticking point for me going forward with the Yoshi series. Alright, let me continue the narrating here. Welcome to Big Paper Peak. Alright, Minecart Cave. Because once it got to, and I'll switch the camera here so I can show this. Once it got to this, right? So this is Yoshi's story on the Nintendo 64. This game infuriated me. It was maybe the first time I played a Nintendo first-party game that made me, like, legitimately upset. And, like, following off the footsteps of Yoshi's Island and coming through with this game was a huge disappointment to me. And, like, the art style's cool. It had another sort of artsy, almost clay look. It definitely had a distinct art style to it, but it was insanely easy. Like, you could basically just hold the stick forward and beat the entire game. It was not what I was looking for. I think as I've grown up, I've come to realize, like, not every game is made for me, and that game in particular seemed to be aimed at younger children, especially with the art style and all. And to a certain extent, I think all Yoshi games have been like that ever since, where they're kind of aiming for a younger crowd. But just I was really disappointed in how easy and boring the level designs were. I think that was the other thing, is like, I played Yoshi's... Oh, that's kind of cool. Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U. And that game was mostly easy until the end. But it got tough at the end. And also, I thought it had the novelty of the arts and crafts art style going for it. And so that helped a lot with making the game feel unique and interesting for me. I did not play Yoshi and Poochie's Woolly World. I think that's just Yoshi's Woolly World, except with maybe extra levels or something. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. Alright, we're gonna have to spit this out somewhere, so... Also, one thing about this game, and I don't understand it, with Yoshi's Crafted World is the controls are weird. I'm playing on the B-type controls because they play like every other Yoshi game up until now. I don't understand why they set the controls the way they did. I think it's like B is for tongue and A is for jump. Like, no, dude. This is not the... Oh? Oh, jeez. What am I shooting? Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay, great. Yeah, it's much more comfortable with Y as the tongue and B as jump. But I don't know. Maybe you enjoy it the other way. And that's just my opinion. At least they give you the option to switch that stuff around. So from what I can gather, the differences between Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World, primarily they use more... I mean, there's actually a couple of gameplay differences which are worth talking about here. I guess besides the fact that, yes, the backgrounds and stuff are made of more than just wool, does give this game a specific look to it that I enjoy. But also, you can run in and out of the screen, and you can shoot stuff inside and outside the screen. And I'll show you that as soon as we get to a point that lets us do it. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is bad. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Where's the bombs? Okay, forget it. We're just gonna go. I think I blew my shot anyway. Oh, there. Oh, okay. We'll take that flower. Ah, okay, there we go. That's what the game is trying to get me to do. Ooh, there we go. So as you can see, the costume got hurt, and I didn't. Go, go, go. Okay. Ah, damn it. I don't know if I actually needed to push the cart onto that spot, but okay. We'll just keep going. There you go, halfway point. Yeah, if you're in the chat, let me know what you guys think of the Yoshi games. Which one's your favorite? Which ones are bad? So far, like, I've had my concerns. Like, I played the demo of this, and yeah, stage 1, it shows the parts where you're running in and out of the screen. It had a part of the level that was a little more open, like you had to collect 3 pieces of a train in order to advance in the stage, and that's kind of neat, versus just, like, running straight through. But I thought it was really boring. Yeah, that first stage is just very much, hey, welcome to Yoshi for the first time. It's not very hard at all. It doesn't really give much of a challenge. And it felt kind of boring in the same way that Yoshi's Story did, and kind of the start of Yoshi's Woolly World as well. But I feel like this one's picked up a little faster. I think that, I mean, the game's still not hard at all, and we're not playing on the easy mode. So... but at least there's a little more going on in the level design. It's got some interesting ideas in how it presents everything, and I like that. Ah, okay. It's a little less straightforward, and I appreciate it. I think why these games hurt in my heart so much, like everything past Yoshi's Island, is I really want a Yoshi's Island 2. Nintendo did such an incredible job with that game, and a part of me will always want a sequel to Yoshi's Island. And I think Nintendo's past that at this point. They don't seem... At least the penalty for falling in a pit is very small. And we missed the flower at some point. Darn it. Ah, we don't have any eggs. Okay. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Dope. Alright, we're gonna have to get bombs from somewhere. Oh! How convenient. Oh, there's some stuff in the background we can shoot. Now, if we get... Oh, I had an egg. Ugh. Okay, so let me show you this. So we can shoot into the screen. Just like that. I have no idea how we get there just yet. But we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Here. There we go. Okay, let's go... I don't think there's much we can do here right now, so that's fine. Nope, can't reach that. Whoa! Oh, that fish sabotaged me so... That was such a jerk move! Yeah, I was not expect. Oh, jeez. And yeah, so now we can run in and out of the screen. Oh. Just showing some Yoshi butt there. Come on, man. This is a family-friendly show. Yeah, I actually had this pre-ordered for quite some time. I think this got announced a couple of E3s ago. And at least in Canada at the time, they used to run promotions of... During E3, you could get brand new games for 20 to 35% off. And this is one of those games. And it's kind of funny, like I pre-ordered games years ago to take advantage of that deal. It took years for these games to come out. And some of them are going to take even more years. Like I have a pre-order in for Metroid Prime 4 that I put in 2016. And Nintendo scrapped the game and rebuilding the whole thing, so it's going to take a while before I ever see that back. Oh, what is it? What is happening here? Nope, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Nope. Huh. Alright. What did I mess up? I clearly messed something up here. Or is there another cart I have to push? That's probably it. Ah, yes. Duh. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. You're cheeky, Nintendo. That was neat. That was neat. I'll give you that one, Nintendo. That was cute. So some other life stuff. My wife and I, last night, hung out with some of our friends, and we went to this place called Stormcrow Manor, which is it's like a nerd bar in the village, and they had a lot of themed rooms. So like there's one whole area that looked like Blade Runner, and we happened to be in a room that was like underwater themed, so like Cthulhu stuff, and it was neat. They had a lot of themed items on the menu, though it was just kind of finding cheeky names for regular pub fare versus something actually unique. Although there was some drink that people were ordering that was served in a Darth Vader helmet, so that was kind of cool. And then afterwards we went to Tilt, which is it's this arcade that mostly specializes in pinball games, but about half of it is, a little more than half is pinball. The rest is video games. And they've got, it's $5, $5 admission fee. Everything's free to play after that. You can buy beer and alcoholic beverages and all that stuff. And yeah, it's a really popular spot in Toronto. Once it hits 9 o'clock, there's a line out the door to get in. And so yeah, I got to play a bunch of pinball games. I made a really epic shot that I will share at some point on Instagram today. I got the ball stuck on top of a bumper, between the bumper and the glass. Like, you're not even supposed to be able to shoot upwards, and somehow I did. So that's something. Yeah, it was good to see the whole gang again. What did we play? I remember I played a bit of Street Fighter 2. I always play some Street Fighter 2 when I'm at the arcade. We played... yeah, a lot of pinball. I played the Ghostbusters machine. I actually have that in the Stern Pinball Arcade on the Switch. That's a fun machine to play. Oh, halfway. We only have one of the flowers. Great. Nope, nothing to hit here. Oh. Ooh, can we hit the sign? Alright, great. I don't know what that does yet, but... oh, okay, we have to go and find the pieces. There we go. Oh. There. Alright. So yeah, this is kind of one of the new mechanics of the game is there's areas where you have to rebuild stuff. And you have to find the pieces in order to carry on. Oh. There it is. Oh, there you are, piece. Okay. There's one more piece floating around here. Let's see if we can find it. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, my friend Jan and I had an epic battle in Pac-Man, which is actually really cool, because I tend to be like, yeah, Pac-Man's fine, I guess, but we had a lot of fun playing Pac-Man on this particular occasion. It was nice to compete against each other in that, and what else? It was the cocktail style machine, so it's the one you sit down and it's flat, and it's like a table that you're playing on. It's a weird angle to look at when you're playing games like that, but I've always found those machines so cool. Especially since they don't really make them like that anymore. Hey, there we go. We got the other piece. We also got to play a little bit of Sega Genesis. They have consoles there as well, so they had a Nintendo Switch running Smash Ultimate. They had there's a Nintendo 64. There was a Super Nintendo, an NES, a Sega Genesis. Yeah, we played a bit of SNES. The game we ended up playing was Family Feud. Just because it works as a good party game. So we just kind of split into teams and then played. I'm going to post some of those pictures of the questions on my Instagram at inthirdpersondotcom. inthirdperson.com. What else happened that night? Yeah, it was good to see the gang again. Brendan, Casey, Jenny, Jan. Sarah and her fiance, who are getting married soon. Congratulations to them. I think their wedding's in like... I didn't get the exact date, but from what I heard, it's very soon. So, congratulations to them. And other gaming stuff. Okay, so when my hands are free, I've got one other thing to show you. I lied when I said I was done with show and tell. Uh-oh. Taking too many hits here. That's neat how that kind of weaves in and out of the stage like that. Give it a little more of a 3D feel. Oh, hold on. Is there a chance we could actually finish with all the flowers? That'd be nice. Nope. Whoa. Cross it. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. Alright. So yeah, I said I have one more thing to show you guys, and thing that I bought yesterday, well, I bought it a couple of days ago. I've been playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid on the Nintendo Switch, and I've been using the controller. Now, I don't like playing fighting games with controllers. I'm much more of a fight stick guy, but I don't want to buy a fight stick just for the Nintendo Switch, especially since I'm going to do most of my fighting game playing on the PS4 anyway. So I got this little thing. It is called the Magic NS. It is a adapter, I'll show you the box as well, from Mayflash. Oh, that's getting eaten up by my lights. Sorry about that. Mayflash NS. And so all you do is you plug this into your Nintendo Switch. There's a couple of settings. There's a button on top here. You can switch between like D input, Switch, Xbox input, Switch Pro. I don't know what that means. And Neo Geo Mini. And so you plug that in, and then you can sync it to different controllers. So I've tried it with the DualShock. It works. I have to do one more test. I've read it can be kind of weird with the rumble. But yeah, for playing it with Tetris, that was great, because one of the things that's been talked about a lot online is that the D-pad on this thing is bad on the Pro Controller. It makes a lot of errors. Oh, we got a free one. A lot of errors, and errors in Tetris 99 just mean instant death. So, been playing with the DualShock. It's a lot better that way. Condor box. Okay. And what else? Yeah, I plugged my fight stick into it and it worked great. So no issues there. And the one thing that you should keep in mind is that if you... Ooh, we got a super rare. If you have an Xbox One controller, I happen to have it sitting here, right? Like the original Xbox One controller, you can only use this wired. If you have an Xbox One S and up controller, that'll work. Which is weird. I didn't realize they made a difference. There was a difference between the Xbox One and the Xbox One S controllers. But apparently there is, so... Alright, we got a pink train car. What else do we get? A purple train car. Okay. A minecart. Still not as good as the train. A silver pushcart. Alright. A little mouser. Alright, that one's kind of cute. Tin can condor. And a bomb box. Alright. I like my train though, but I feel like we should mix it up for the stream. So let's go with, I like of these. Let's go with the mouser. Otherwise, so like if you're playing the Nintendo Switch and you're playing with like the Joy-Cons in the grip, I think it's an awful way to play games. And if you think to yourself, like, man, I wish I had a regular controller for this, and you don't want to spend... Like, these controllers are not cheap. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, after you beat the levels, you can play them backwards and catch the Poochies. So let me show you that one time. Let's do it this level here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Wanted to play the backside. Sorry. Let's try that again. Oh, I see we dropped some frames here due to internet stuff. Doesn't look like a lot. Apologize for that. Okay. Back to the world map. So, one of the other gimmicks of this game, besides being able to run in and out of the screen and shoot in and out of the screen, is that after you beat a level, you can play the flip side, which is you play the level backwards. Like, you go through it backwards, and it usually gives you a time challenge of, like, find the Poochies in X number of minutes. It's kind of a way to pad the game out. I don't necessarily think I'll spend that much time in this mode, but at least it does give you an interesting perspective on the levels. It does tweak some stuff, or at least it does look different when you play. And then it gives you a different challenge, and they're encouraging you to rush through it anyway, so it's not too much of a slog. Nope. Alright, so there's Poochie in the back there. No! Okay. Let's try and get him here. Damn it. Poochie, stay still. There we go. Come hang out with the boy. Ooh. Oh yeah, we need that bomb. Darn it. Okay. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Alright, that did nothing. Alright, where are these other Poochies at? Oh. I hear you. Okay, there we go. Poochie number 2. Great. Let's keep going. Oh. Let's go down. And yeah, the other benefits of that Magic NS is that if you like hate the Joy-Con grip, and I don't blame you if you do, and you don't want to play a Switch controller either because you much prefer the form factor of a DualShock, with the adapter you can do that. Just sync up the DualShock, and in most cases, the DualShock should work fine. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. And now that just shot us backwards. Great. Oh, I ran right into that. Come on, Poochie. Oh. Where's Poochie? Ah, there. Okay. Where can we get bombs? There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Okay. Dang. So yeah, generally speaking, I am a thumbs up on this Magic NS adapter if you're looking to use other types of controllers on the Nintendo Switch. Just keep in mind, if you have an Xbox One controller, it's only going to work wired. If you have the... Oh, I didn't do it within 330? Damn. A regular Xbox One controller, it has to be wired. You can just, like, USB cable it in, and that's fine. It also comes with this dongle. Let me switch the camera back. It's got this dongle, so you plug this into this. Let me get that here. You plug these two together. Oh, jeez. You plug these two together, and then you plug this into the bottom of your Nintendo Switch, and you can play with the Magic NS while you are in portable mode. So it's a nice touch. You'll have to have some sort of stand because the bottom sits flush on the table. I've got a Hori stand. It should be down here that I can use for that, but you can do whatever you want to get it to do that. Ugh. Oh, there's a mystery box back there. Let's go see if we can find some eggs. Oh. Alright. Nope, that doesn't do anything. Great. So I actually watched Chris and Rachel play that segment. I think up to this point they streamed. So I understand the gimmick here with the magnets. And actually I like it a lot because, I don't know, it just seems really cool to have to like stick the magnet on the can or on the metal piece in order to get higher. Oh. Yeah, being able to do stuff like that is pretty cool. What's going on? I feel... So a couple weeks ago, I started bringing a notebook to streams where I would write down all the stuff, industry news, that was happening that week, and I forgot it at work. So I feel a little naked right now, to be honest, in terms of stuff to talk about. Like I talked about, some Yoshi stories, some... Oh, jeez. Yeah, what's going on this weekend? Talked about Tilt. Just trying to think some more stuff to talk about. I think that's one of the big things as a streamer, is having stuff to talk about all the time. I think it's super important. Because I can only give you so much analysis of, like... Ah. Ah, darn it. Alright, let's go. Can we go up or down here? No, we cannot. Okay. Oh, jeez. How about to lose the costume? That's cute. Yeah, what else does Steph and I have going on today? It snowed really bad last night. And I thought winter was over. Hey, we did it. And of course, I spoke too soon. We got like a big snowstorm last night. So it made the drive home kind of difficult from Tilt and Stormcrow, but oh jeez. So I don't think we're doing much today. probably just hanging out at the house. There we go. I missed one. But maybe I stream later, I don't know. But at the very least, I'm glad we're streaming today. And I need to talk to Jason to figure out what's going on this week. We're not going to be able to do a boss rush this... I've been trying to get a boss rush together for weeks. Everyone's been busy. Jason was on vacation a couple of weeks ago. Matt and John are in Vegas right now. I've been busy on the days where I was like, yeah, let's go do a show, and then forgot that I was supposed to go to... I was supposed to go to a musical with Steph. And so, I'm gonna reach out... Yeah, so instead, Jason is available this week, I think. We still have to sort the logistics out on that. So, if he's available on Tuesday, we will play some Overwatch, and if he is not, then we'll play something else. Maybe it's this, maybe it's... I don't know if I fully get this puzzle yet. Ah! There it is. Sorry about that. Nice. Yeah, so if Jason's available, we'll play some Overwatch on Tuesday. Otherwise, we'll play something. I don't know if we're going to play more of this or go back to Paper Mario. But Thursday is definitely Paper Mario. I'm still really enjoying that game, so we will continue playing through it. Hopefully, we will play that to completion eventually. Come on. Stop it. Stop taking the magnets. Do they just keep coming? I have a feeling they just keep coming. Okay. So let's go get the magnets. Okay. And then I'm probably gonna have to get the second... Oh no! Screw you guys. Or am I gonna need that second magnet for something? I'll probably need it for something. So let's go back and get that. Give me that. Jerks. Oh, there's a whole other thing here. Okay. Nope. Oh man, I keep running into those guys. What is this box? Okay. Let's start here. Oh, hey, Matt! Thanks for dropping by. I was actually just talking about you guys. How is Vegas going? Thank you for dropping by the stream. I hope you and John are having a great time. I've seen a bunch of the pictures you've been, on Instagram and Facebook and the stuff in our personal chat. I mean, it looked really cool, the Pinball Hall of Fame, and yeah, you guys went to the Vegas Knights hockey game. I don't know how I feel about you and John wearing all of that Vegas stuff instead of the Maple Leafs. I know that the Maple Leafs weren't playing in that game you were watching, but still. That said, I understand when in Rome, but are you guys actually big Vegas Knights fans? Also, tell John I said hi. Also, it's way too early right now for you, man. It's like, what, 6? 6:48 over there? You should be, like, hungover or something. Or you've been awake the entire night, because it's Vegas. That's the thing. I feel like they're so new that really anyone can be a Knights fan. Okay. And also, they had the feel-good story of hockey last year. They're an expansion team. They got all these cast-off players, and they went straight to the Stanley Cup. And so I can't hate on that. Say, could you help me find some souvenirs here in Big Paper Peak? Let's see here. I'd love a curious rock, please. If you keep a watchful eye, you might see one during your train ride. If you see one, just toss an egg at that sucker. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep playing through these levels. Ugh, I'm wiped out. If only I had 15 smiley flowers. While still maintaining your normal allegiance. Alright. That is fair. There we go. Now I'm feeling super swell. Let me just get out of your way. Huh. Yeah, so how long are you and John out there for? Thank you so much for your help. Say, how'd you find your way out here? Yep, you tell him, Yoshi. On the hunt for gems, are we? I saw an odd fellow in blue robes soaring above. Maybe headed to a graduation? Whatever the case, I got the sense he's up to no good, so best be careful now. It's probably wise to keep your gem mission under your shell. Bum bum bum. Come home Monday evening. Oh, okay, so you're just there for the weekend, like 3-4 days, and I will say that's the appropriate amount of time to spend in Vegas. It's funny, we were talking already sunburned. Yeah, it's very hot, very sunny out there. I was out with friends last night, and we were also talking about Vegas, and one of my friends who hadn't been there was like, don't you want to spend, like, at least a week there? And we're all like, no. Why would you animal, why would you want to spend that long in Vegas? Like, Vegas is such a cool thing, but you can only spend so long out there before you just get burnt out by the casinos and the excess. And I can't speak to it myself, I don't drink, but the drinking and the debauchery that happens out there, like, at a certain point, you're just like, man, I want to go home. Pretty sure it was in this area. It's basically a warmer winter Toronto. Oh, shoot, you again? Blah. Don't know why that capitalized. Because you gotta treat Toronto with respect. Arg, how did he catch up so quickly? Wait a tick. Can he have already found some gems? Oh, we're gonna lie to them. Nope. Heh, he hasn't even found one. He's completely clueless. Get rid of him now so we can keep looking without him in the way. Understood, your shortness. Allow me. I'm gonna make bird feed out of you, bub. So yeah, Matt, what's on the agenda for today? I'm a big fan of the Heart Attack Grill. I love the milkshake, the chocolate milkshake with the stick of butter at the top. Alright, man, just pop by to say hi. Have a good stream. Thank you, Matt, for dropping by. I appreciate it. Tell John I said hello, and we will talk, I mean, he'll probably send me messages and stuff today, but we'll talk later. Take care. There you go, bop on his head. Merps Almighty, this the new Paper Mario? No, it is not. This is Yoshi's Crafted World. Also, welcome. I don't think we've met before. Thank you for dropping by. I have been streaming Paper Mario on my stream of late, but this is not the day. We are playing Yoshi's Crafted World. Oops. I'm guessing you are a fan of Paper Mario, making mention of that. How is this game so far? I think it is good. Like if you, and we were talking about it a little early on stream, and no shame in missing the earlier part, that's fine. Like if you liked the platforming Yoshi games, and I will say it's definitely not like Yoshi's Island in terms of difficulty, so it's definitely a little easier than that. But I think it's a nice platformer. It's very cute. It looks great. It's got some cool ideas. It's a little on the easy side, but these games are meant for a younger audience. But I'm having fun. I think it has some really interesting ideas with level design that make it fun to play, even if it's not particularly hard. Just working through the puzzles and seeing the clever use of the art style is really neat. Ah! Okay. Bop him. There it is. Poor bird. He's the boss, though. Oh no, you're one tough cookie, aren't you? Well, this is far from over. Do you have any interest in this game at all? I'm guessing maybe that's part of why you peeked in today. Uh-oh. There we go. Get that bling. I just wanted to check out if anyone was streaming Paper Mario. Gotta head to work, though have a good stream. Oh, does my thing still say Paper Mario? It shouldn't be Paper Mario. Yoshi's Crafted Worlds. Yeah, it should have updated the message. I'm sorry if it didn't show that. Oh, sorry for that. I will be streaming Paper Mario, unless you need to refresh. Yeah, geez, I set that like half an hour before the stream started, so like an hour ago. But it did message saying Yoshi's Crafted World. I will be streaming Paper Mario later this week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday with Paper Mario. We just finished the Tubba Blubba part, so I don't know if that was a spoiler for you, but yeah, we've been playing that. We've done like 7 or so streams, so there's a lot to watch. Yeah, Paper Mario there, my friend. Thank you so much, Merps Almighty, for the follow. I apologize for the confusion. I did not mean to trick you into thinking this was a Paper Mario stream. I've beaten the game plenty of times, no worries. Okay, cool. My childhood favorite. I'm hearing that a lot. So, I will tell you, I'd never played Paper Mario up until this point. I'd avoided it because I was such a Super Mario RPG fan, and when Nintendo didn't make Super Mario RPG 2, I was like, nah, I'm not playing this fake Super Mario RPG game. And so I avoided it for like 20 years, and of late, just a lot of people in my life were like, man, this game is so good, you should play it. And I finally gave it a chance, and man, that game is so good. I'm really enjoying Paper Mario now, so definitely be playing more of that on the stream. And I'm not sure why Twitch does that. I try and update as early as I can, and sometimes it just doesn't take. So that's a little weird. Well, hello there, Yoshi. Is it now? I've heard about you, my boy. Was that? Gathering gems, are we? Listen here, my boy. Listen well. Name's Crumples. I know it's all worth knowing. Come here and have a wee peek at this. Glad you gave it a shot. Have a good day. You have a good day too, Merps Almighty. And thank you so much for the follow. I hope to see you around. We'll be playing some Paper Mario later this week, but at any point you drop by, I appreciate you coming through. Paper Mario was a worthy sequel for Mario RPG. Hey, Gracker221. So, I still want a Mario RPG 2 in the style of Super Mario RPG 1. And while I get what you're saying, like I'm trying to compartmentalize Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario as two different things. I think there's enough differences between the two that you can do that. And Paper Mario is fantastic. And dare I say it, I think Paper Mario might actually be better than Super Mario RPG. I never thought I would say that in my life, but Paper Mario is fantastic. I don't necessarily see it as a sequel, maybe as a spiritual successor. I mean, we're just getting into semantics at this point, but it is an excellent game. You'll sort it out, Whippersnapper. And Gracker, hello, thank you for dropping by. I hope you weren't here also because my description said Paper Mario. I don't understand how I have to fix that. Like, I updated my settings like an hour ago. Hiya, welcome to Origami Gardens. Let me go see what my channel has it at right now. Yeah, my channel has it at set to Yoshi's Crafted World, so I don't know. Yeah, successor is definitely a better way to put it. Yeah. Agreed. Alright, so we've got one more level, then we can buy some costumes. So, Gracker, how you doing today? I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime in your neck of the woods. Out here, it is in the morning. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, which is a bad habit of mine to stream before breakfast, but here we are. Can't hit that sign. I feel like I've heard this song way too many times in this game. I wish there was more music. But yeah, this like Yoshi main theme with the kazoo or whatever. I feel like they used it a lot. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, this cheeky question block. There it is. It's 9 AM here. I am scrubbing the floor at the moment so I can stain the concrete. So responses will be delayed. Okay! Oh man, look. Very crafty of you. It is... Okay, so you are like Midwest time. I'm 1 hour ahead of you in the Eastern time zone. Scrubbing the floor so it's staining the concrete. Man, you get it, homie. That does not sound like easy work. Yeah, scrubbing floor is not necessarily my favorite thing. When you're doing it for, like, scrubbing concrete for... Yeah, staining the concrete. That's a big job. Props to you, man. I'm not a handyman by any stretch of the imagination. That actually does remind me, yeah, Central Time, it's not fun. I mean, I don't know what's inherently wrong with Central Time. I have been in the Central Time a couple of times. I've visited Chicago a couple of times. The time zone that's messed me up was for my wife and I's honeymoon. We were in Hawaii, which is like way back. And it was really weird waking up in the morning and, like, I'm a big basketball fan. Like, you wake up in the morning and basketball has started and you could watch basketball through, like, the afternoon. So that was odd. I'm used to basketball games starting at night and ending way too late for me. So I just fall asleep during all the West Coast games. Well, I mean, the floor stuff isn't fun. I'm no handyman either, but YouTube is great. Okay. So, staying in the concrete, like, are you... Is this a personal project of yours? Are you on a job site? Because you do remind me, there was... At my parents' place, when I was in high school, we just moved into this house. And my parents decided that we were going to do the tiling ourselves. And... Man, that was not fun. Doing the tiles in the kitchen and the hallway. And that's just such hard labor. Putting the tiles down, putting the... Is it grout? The stuff that you stick it to the floor. And then making sure the spacing's right, and, like, we ended up messing it up pretty good. But yeah, it's tough. I'm just not built for the handyman life. I mean, one of the major projects in my wife and I's life... Oh! One of the big projects in my wife and I's life right now is... I'm in the basement of this house, and, like, you can see we've got the... like, the wood paneling walls, and it's pretty dated down here. And I would love to update it, but, like, I'm not a handyman, and also just the supplies themselves are really expensive, so it's going to be a while before we can afford fixing this place up. Personal project, we had carpet, and we pulled it all up and the linoleum in the kitchen. We didn't want to have carpet when our baby was born. We are about 4 months behind schedule now, but oh well. Oh, okay. So you do, like... So, pulled up the linoleum in the kitchen. We didn't want a carpet. Stain the concrete. So you're doing concrete in the kitchen? I apologize for me not fully understanding exactly what you're saying. So you're staining the concrete in the... Okay, it's a home improvement project. Leave it at that. Alright. So home improvement, presumably in your house. And also congrats on the upcoming baby. Is it your first one? And yeah, that's exciting. That's really exciting. I think the baby is probably more exciting than the staining of the concrete, but hey. That's how it goes, right? You can't have the baby till you stain the concrete. Oh, come on. Got it. Ah! There we go. Yep, concrete through the house. She's 4 months old now. It's our first. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, babies are adorable. 4 months. Wow, so young. How have you been? Just being a dad. What's the dad life like? I don't have a kid of my own. My wife and I would like to be parents at some point. Though there's a couple things we want to take care of in our personal journeys before we're ready for kids. Also, kids are expensive, and that part freaks me out. And concrete through the house. Interesting design. I wonder if that's a Midwest thing. Because I do know, like, West Coast houses, or, like, Florida houses don't really have basements in the South. Where I am at, we have basements. But, yeah, concrete, like, that is new to me. Our house isn't concrete. But hey, there's a lot of different ways to build a house. It's great, very tiring, but very worth it. Fantastic. Ooh. Yeah, what? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you then, and I ask this question to all of the parents that come by and watch the stream, because it's something I'm generally curious about, because I would like to be a parent at some point in my life. Having gone through what you've gone so far, what is the one piece of advice you would give to me as someone who has not had a kid of my own? All right, let's go get these costumes here. Ooh, costumes are more expensive here. What are we doing? All right, so we'll throw in all our coins here. Give me something good. Ooh, okay, we got some rares here. Green squash, okay. Purple flower bed. A green flower pot. All right, and a green coffee creamer. All right, these costumes aren't that great. Let's mix up the costume though. Also, I realize now, once you realize and accept that life is not about you anymore, it gets much easier. Okay. Alright, cool. I will keep that in mind. Let's go where the... Oh, yeah, we'll be Optimus Prime. Monty Molebegon. Alright. Yeah, so staying on the floor is a busy day for you today. Is this like an all-day project? Is this going to take weeks, months? Also, you and your wife are a team. Function as such when taking care of them. Haha. That is great advice. Oh. Oh, Yoshi, go! Hopefully just today, it's partly done already. Fantastic! What other home improvement jobs have you... Oh, jeez. You had the pleasure of working on in the past. I'm trying to think of stuff I've done. Like, I know when we moved in, we had to do some stuff here. Painting. I mean, painting's not really that big of a deal, but... I feel like I've done more, and I can't, off the top of my head, just think of what those are. Yeah, the tiling one is the big one that sticks in my head, just because that was so not fun. And also Nintendo stuff, or Yoshi stuff. What's your... part of why you're here? Any interest in the Yoshi's Crafted World at all? Or are you also here because it accidentally said Paper Mario when it shouldn't have? I don't know why. On my end, it all seems to be a-okay, so... Ah, we painted one of our walls green for a green screen. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm guessing you stream as well. I'm gonna have to check that out. Interesting. I've thought about the green screen thing. I don't know if I want a green screen for streaming. I don't like the idea, and maybe I'm old-fashioned in my approach to streaming. I don't like the idea of my face and my body covering any of the gameplay. I want like a clean gameplay shot. And I know most streamers like have their webcam overlaid over top of the gameplay, and it seems like most people are okay with that. I personally I'd prefer not to do that. So otherwise, like, I've thought about, like, yeah, let's get the green screen, and then we can do... I can take pictures for thumbnails and stuff, but I don't know if that's enough to, like, paint a wall. Or even buy a green screen, for that matter. But yeah, that's a pretty serious job there. Or a pretty big commitment to whatever video production stuff you are doing. To each their own, I try to make sure I'm not covering any important parts of the screen. Fair. That is totally fair. And I feel like I'm in the minority on this one, so... Ah, we're like one flower short. Yeah, so I'm guessing you do streaming stuff, YouTube at all? I don't know, commentary videos, skits. Plus, the room behind you looks nice. Mine was a disaster because it's also the dog room. No, it's not a nice room. I mean, there's carpet. It's got like the dated wood paneling. I've decorated it with just like random stuff. I mean, there's a... Let me turn the wrong way. There's a Snorlax beanbag chair, so he's peeking there. A sign from my favorite basketball team, a Rey Mysterio Jr. mask. Let's go. Dinosaurs? Yeah, sure. Ugh, I'm wiped. If only I had 10 smiley flowers. And yeah, dogs, that's something I know my wife really... I do just Twitch right now. Maybe get back into YouTube at some point. Yeah, I started on YouTube. Ah, Wrestling Fan 2. It's complicated. It's complicated. I've had phases where I've been into wrestling and been out of wrestling as a kid. Like, when I was watching, like, Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Yokozuna. And then, at a certain point when I realized wrestling wasn't real, I bailed out. And then, during the Nintendo 64 era, with games like No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, starting with WCW versus NWO World Tour, I got back in a really big way. So, getting to watch the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars, Monday Nitro, like, just before Goldberg showed up to, like, the end of the Attitude Era. Yeah, totally understand it. Yeah, it's hard, man. Like, I don't... Oh, what did you say? What? It's not real? Yeah, I'm way over that. Like, I love the athleticism. I love the showmanship. I have a great respect for the physical toll they put on their bodies. I love the stories that can be told within and outside of the ring. That said, I generally find the WWE product to be lacking. There's way too much wrestling to watch every week. I can't keep up with Raw and SmackDown. So I mostly follow through Reddit. I go in, I see what people are talking about, I'll watch the GIFs. If something really stands out, I'll go watch a match. And I try and watch the live events when they're here. So there was a house show a couple of weeks ago, WWE Road to WrestleMania, which is where I bought this Rey Mysterio Jr. mask. And we bought tickets for SummerSlam, so we will be there in August. Haha, I don't really watch WWE. There's a ton of other wrestling content and promotions that I really enjoy, though. Yes, I know there's a ton. New Japan, AEW is coming. I'm very curious to see what that is all about. With Cody Rhodes and all that. Kenny Omega is a great wrestler. I haven't watched Raw SmackDown in years. I hadn't either. Hey, Androm, how's it going? I watched Raw when it was the 1000th episode, just because, like, oh, it's the 1000th episode. Oh, that's neat. That's really cute. Yeah, I watched... I'm doing alright. Playing some Yoshi's Crafted World. We're talking about wrestling. Gracker221 and I. And so, yeah, it was the 1000th episode. They were promising, like, a whole bunch of, like, Hall of Fame wrestlers and stuff coming back. The Undertaker was going to be there. And that show was awful. Oh my goodness. It was such a bad show. They squandered, like, all the legacy talent. The matches were not good. The storylines were really dumb. And after that, I'm like, no, I'm never watching this again. And so, yeah, I'm not serious enough into wrestling these days to really follow it or any other promotions. So, I use the internet to filter out the really good stuff, and I'll watch that way. You used to watch wrestling. Okay. That was back in the 90s. Yeah, the 90s was definitely an interesting time for wrestling, particularly with, like, Stone Cold and The Rock and Goldberg, NWO. I still got some wrestling shirts here. Yeah, I have a Latino Heat t-shirt and an NWO shirt, like classic black and white NWO. I was actually at WrestleMania 18. Hogan versus The Rock was maybe, like, the single greatest highlight of my wrestling enjoyment. Being in that building and just hearing the people go nuts. And even though the story was Hulk Hogan was the bad guy and The Rock was the good guy, and watching the crowd completely flip so that Hogan was the good guy and The Rock was the bad guy was incredible. I played some wrestling games back in the day. Yeah, there are some incredible wrestling games from back then. The Nintendo 64, in my opinion, has the best ones. With WWF No Mercy and all that. Yeah, I streamed... like a couple of months back, I streamed... what did I stream? WCW versus NWO Revenge. And at some point, I will be streaming WWF No Mercy. I know that has a campaign mode in it of some sorts that I used to play all the time with my created wrestler. And I will stream that again in the future. So yeah, Gracker, who are some of your all-time... Got a phone call, so I missed a bit. No Mercy was pretty great. No worries about missing stuff. We're just talking wrestling and shows that... some of the wrestling games that we like. Uh-oh. We might actually die here. This is uncharted territory for me here. This helmet's pretty neat, though. Can't wait to see it. Okay, cool. You know, there's a mod that changes No Mercy to a WCW roster, and I think other modes? Possibly. I've only got, like, the Nintendo 64, so I don't... I'm sure you could play it on PC with a bunch of mods, and... like, even with the pieces in No Mercy itself, like, they put in so many moves in that game that you could still make modern wrestlers, like, move for move. I mean, they don't have, like, Canadian Destroyers in there or anything, but... throwing this out here for the group. Who's your favorite wrestler? Rey Mysterio is my favorite, followed by Rob Van Dam. I actually have a picture on my Instagram, inthirdperson.com, which you can see in the bottom left there. A couple of months ago, I got to meet Rob Van Dam, and I took a selfie with him, and that was pretty great. Yeah, I loved vintage ECW. When they first got on TV, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And not even so much the extreme stuff of people hitting each other with baseball bats and stuff. It was the athleticism, like Rob Van Dam in particular, just jumping off balconies and stuff. And the barbed wire, and it was just so cool at the time. But in hindsight, like, man, I feel terrible that they did all those horrible things to entertain. Like, horrible things to their bodies to entertain us. Ooh, we got a super rare. Skelosaurus. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we definitely gotta rock that costume. I loved Hulk Hogan as a kid growing up. Not necessarily the... I know people died for it. Yeah, people mess themselves up really good in wrestling. It's unfortunate. And yeah, as I've gotten older, I've become more sensitive to the realities of the physical toll, and I appreciate it when people are able to tell great stories and have highlight moments without doing super crazy stunts. Like, there's one clip I saw last year. It was this wrestling promotion in the Philippines where this guy gets on the top rope and he's got gasoline on him, and so he's topless. Like, he's got like your like underwear thing, and he puts the gasoline on, and there's guys like outside the ring, and he sets his skin on fire. Like, his chest is on fire, and he jumps from the top rope, and the other guys below pretty much are like, nope, I don't want a flaming guy on me, and they kind of back out, and the guy just like falls to the mats. And like, guys, no, like, this is not okay. This is not. How is the guy alive? Yeah, I know. Apparently, he came back out later to show people he was okay, but like, he set his bare skin on fire. Like, this is not cool. You do not need to go that far to entertain us, please. Yeah, too extreme. I agree. That stuff, like even like stuff like chair shots to the head, which people used to take all the time, and pile drivers, like, let's not do that. What we know now about CTE and concussions and whoa, like, let's not do permanent damage to ourselves if we don't have to. Well, we never have to. There was one clip of this really dumb sequence. Kids will try and recreate. Actually, I don't even. Yeah, that's another interesting. The kids trying to recreate the wrestling at home. Favorite wrestlers. Sting and Stone Cold. Today, I really have just one. I really don't have one. Just like people I like to follow. Okay. Yeah, Sting. Oh man, I loved Sting, but I will say I didn't really watch WCW until NWO era, so I missed a lot of Surfer Dude Sting, and I only really know him as the Crow. But yeah, Sting was awesome. He'd come from the rafters with the baseball bat and just like beat up the entire NWO. And man, that Sting versus Hogan feud went on for like a year of just like, Sting never wrestled. He just showed up from the rafters and beat people up, and then everyone was scared of him. Uh-oh. But I was all about some Sting and Stone Cold when I was younger. Yeah. Some great choice. And Stone Cold, just wow. He really set the tone for modern wrestling, the Attitude Era, and just being a... There was a specific phrase I want... This is a family-friendly show. Like, I don't even feel comfortable using, like, the softest of curse words here. Yeah, he was a bad dude. Oh, jeez. But yeah, the fact that he would do, like, bad things and the fans loved him so much, and that match with Bret Hart where he refused to tap out and he just passed out, like, brilliant. What's so crazy is if you even watch it back today, he still evokes excitement by just appearing and doing nothing. Yeah, I think you could say that, yeah, Sting would just like, he just showed up in the rafters, they put the spotlight on him, and people would just go nuts, and everyone's scared, and the crowd gets hyped. Yeah, it was so cool. What else? But yeah, that era of wrestling was a lot of fun, with WCW and WWF just going at each other so hard, trying to be as creative as they possibly could be. Hey, Yoshi! How'd you like Dino Desert? So much to see, huh? I've been hoping for a local souvenir. I'd love a beach umbrella, please. I saw one on the flip side right near Desert Pond. Great for beating the heat. If you see one, just toss an egg at that sucker. I'm not going to do that right now. Ugh, I'm wiped. If only I had 10 smiley flowers. We'll do a couple more stages, and then we'll call it around the 2-hour mark. Ta-da! Thanks. That really put a spring in my step. Or let's see where this goes. Welcome to Sky High Heights. I actually remember, I'd seen very few pay-per-views growing up as a kid. And it just so happened, like, a family friend who was younger had the bootleg cable box to get pay-per-views, and we went to his house. And that pay-per-view was the one where Owen Hart died. And my family was really confused, like, did this guy actually die? Is this part of the show? And, like, in hindsight, like, it's crazy to me that they continued the show even after he died. Like, that still doesn't sit right with me to this day. The reason I don't watch WWE now is absolutely insane how much talent they have, yet don't have an entertaining show, just squandering their riches. This is true. The storylines are not great, and they have so much talent. There's so many good wrestlers. I think they have too many for the... It's weird because, like, between Raw and SmackDown and the pay-per-views, like, it feels like, oh, this is neat, having to, like, move at different parts of the ship or the plane to dip to different heights. I like that a lot. Yeah, they have a lot of great wrestlers. I think they have a lot of airtime to fill, but it feels like too much time because they're not doing enough with it. But I don't even know if I would want to see, like, Raw and SmackDown with this. Oh, geez. Maybe I would, but yeah, they have too many. They have tons of great wrestlers. They don't know what to do with them all. A lot of wrestlers just end up on the back burner doing nothing or jobbing out to whoever they think the next big thing is. Like, I really hope they find a spot for Ricochet. I don't know if tag team is the long-term future for that guy. I think his physical talents are insane. I'm not doing very good at this particular level at all. Oh. Finn Balor, I feel like, has been underused. It sucks that they he blew out his knee in, like, the very first pay-per-view when he won the title. And he hasn't been the same since. I see your message there, Cracker. Let me try and find a moment here to read it. Ah! I'm not doing well at this level at all. I'm gonna raise this plane. Well, you hit the nail on the head. They have a lot of airtime to fill. So that's what they do. They fill the airtime creatively. Oh, you can shoot the planes down from the other side. There we go. Alright, so besides... Okay, so we've talked a lot WWE. Like, what... If you don't really follow it, Cracker, what do you follow? I will say, I haven't really given most other promotions the time of day. I did watch a couple of New Japan, like the whole Kenny Omega Okada stuff. I watched all those matches. Those were incredible. I think I've seen one other New Japan show, and then I'll see like highlights and stuff from around different...
Yeah,
Hey,
right?
Gracker, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Ooh. We don't have eggs here. Alright. Get back here. Yeah, what else did I follow? Yeah, I used to love ECW. I didn't really watch TNA back in the day, but I did have an appreciation for some of the talent. Like, I thought they squandered their spot by focusing too much on, like, bringing in washed-up Hulk Hogan and washed-up Ric Flair and trying to make them do WWF stuff again. Meanwhile, they had, like, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, like, right there. And they squandered it. I've gotten a bit into Impact. Their mid-card scene is really good and well done for the most part. The main event has some good guys, but meh. MLW is pretty good. Impact I've heard of. MLW I've not heard of. ROW has some good stuff. The nice thing is that most small companies just have, like, an hour show once a week. Super easy to keep up with. Great! Yeah, I think it's cool that there's now... It seems like the wrestling scene is growing at least enough where these smaller independent scenes can have an audience. And I appreciate that, because I know the WWE would like to be the only game in town, but there's a lot of talent out there, and a lot of great matches to be had and stories to be told, and they don't have the time to tell all of that. And of course, Ring of Honor. Yes, I've heard of Ring of Honor. I've watched like a match or two, but I haven't really kept up with them. But I know they're like one of the bigger independents. Alright, gotta go. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, Anjem. Always appreciate you dropping by. And we'll see you around. Can Poochie run through the lava, or... I think he can. Yeah, nice. Alright, eat the flower, Poochie. Oh! Oh, I don't have egg. Alright. What's really cool is that these companies also use some of the same talent. Really cool to see wrestlers in different environments with different people. Agreed! Actually, it reminded me, like, a couple years ago, I remember, like, hearing about a stint in the 90s where Hogan was, or like, oh, that was it. A couple years ago at Fan Expo in Toronto, I was at a Hulk Hogan panel, and so I got to see him in real life, and he talked about his time. And he actually spent some time talking about his time wrestling in Japan, and I was like, oh yeah, I'd never watched any of that stuff before, and it was really interesting to me, like, oh, Hogan, he's wrestling in Japan, and he's actually, like, wrestling different. He's actually got more than 5 moves, and he's trying to be, like, a technician in the ring, and he's got a different finisher, and it's like, wait, what? Who is this guy? And so it was really interesting to see, like, Hulk Hogan maybe the most iconic wrestler for everything he does, and his whole shtick about, like, getting beat up for a long time and hulking up, and like he did none of that in Japan, and it was crazy to see him as just a different persona in a different corporation, like, or in a different promotion. And he was just like, yeah, this is what they do here, so this is what I do. Yeah, his finisher in Japan is like a running clothesline of some sort. Ah! Alright, Poochie, let's go. There we go. I did not do very good on that level at all. This game a little tougher than I've given it credit for. Like, I'm not really dying, but I'm not putting up good scores in these levels either. Windward Way. That reminds me, yeah, speaking of Impact, and there was a spot I was trying to talk about earlier during the ridiculous high spots and botches and stuff. It was Impact where the guy got hit in the face with the baseball bat, right? Like, it was a really ridiculous spot where, like, he propped the bat over the guy's head or on his chest or something, and then he just took a swing straight downwards, and he missed the chair and just smoked the guy in the face, broke the other guy's orbital bone. Oof. I think that was on Impact. I could be wrong. But yeah, kids, don't try this at home. Please don't. Ah. I am glad that this game has gotten tougher. The fact that I'm kind of scraping by and not really finding much of the power-ups, and I appreciate that. A little more of a challenge. Ooh, I poorly timed that. Oh, hey, I never did answer earlier. I stopped in for Paper Mario and stayed because you are nice and welcoming. Oh, thank you. And I apologize again. I don't know why Twitch is saying I'm streaming Paper Mario right now, but I appreciate you dropping by. I appreciate the follow. Conversation's been great and nice and welcoming. Thank you. And we will be streaming Paper Mario on Thursday. I've been streaming that every week for the last few weeks now. It's the first time I've ever played Paper Mario, and that game is dope. I feel bad that I've neglected it for so long over something really petty. Yeah, I'm guessing Nintendo fan. What are... man, that's too big of a question. Are you enjoying the Nintendo Switch as a console? The console is just over 2 years old. I'm going to guess you have one. I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume you have one. And do you enjoy it? Ah, or what are your thoughts on it? Maybe you don't have one for reasons. Oh. There it is. Man, I do like Paper Mario, but I don't really care what you play. Okay. No worries. I am a Nintendo fan. The Switch is my favorite console ever. Okay. I've heard that sentiment a lot. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that yet. I think when all is said and done, I think there's a pretty good chance that the Nintendo Switch could go down in history as the greatest, as like the best Nintendo system of all time. I think just the portability and the fact you can still play it on a TV and take this exact same experience and play it on the go, plus being able to play all these amazing games that have come out for this platform since it launched, like from Zelda to Mario Odyssey to Smash Ultimate. A lot of their first-party stuff is hitting so hard right now that, like, Nintendo was just killing it. I loved ARMS, and I know that game gets a lot of flack for not being Smash Bros. Really, but that game is so good. And yeah, all the indie games on top of that, like with this being the best, probably the best place to play a lot of these indie games because of the portability, and they all run the same and look the same as what they would on a PS4, Xbox, or PC. So good. I think right now my all-time favorite console, like all-time favorite Nintendo console would be the Super Nintendo. But I also have a lot of nostalgia for that. That was my console growing up. Like, I grew up with the NES, but like the Super Nintendo for me was so good, and a lot of those games still hold up now. Well, I don't play any FPS or shooter games. I prefer RPGs and Mario and Zelda. So game-wise, the Switch is great for me. The portability is the big thing, though, especially having a newborn. Oh, I bet. I think just being able to pick up and play wherever you are, and I'm sure you're all over the house. And not necessarily, like, camped in front of a TV all the time. So I totally hear you on that. Yeah, for shooters, the Nintendo Switch, not the best platform for shooters. I'm a huge Overwatch fan. We stream that a lot over here. I would love to see Overwatch on this someday, but it has Paladins. And Paladins, I know, in large... Well, I mean, it is definitely Overwatch-esque. They're not necessarily trying to do the exact same thing, but it is close enough where I can play Paladins and feel good about playing Paladins and not miss Overwatch, and I like playing it on the Switch, and I can play that portably. Let's go buy some more costumes, and then maybe we'll do like 1 or 2 more levels. 1 turn free, nice. RPGs, Mario, Zelda. What's your favorite Mario game? Soda cap. Oh, that's not bad. I do like the one I'm wearing right now, though. Of course, I say that I don't remember what I'm wearing right now. 750. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough for that. So let's go pop 5 here. What do we get? We got Flightless Goonie Nest. That's a that's just shredded paper. That is not a costume. Apple juice box. Okay. Lava bath. That's kind of lame. Platformer Mario Odyssey is amazing. Okay, yeah, Mario Odyssey is fantastic. I got a lot of feels playing that game. I loved, yeah, pretty much that whole thing front to back, including like the final world, which was insanely hard, no checkpoints. Oh, so brutal, but it was so good. And I'm guessing, okay, a Mario RPG. Which one's your favorite? They've made a lot of those at this point, from your Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi. Admittedly, my experience in those is very minimal at best. I've played Mario RPG is one of my all-time favorite games, and Paper Mario I'm really enjoying right now, and I think that might be even better. But I haven't played Thousand Year Door. I'm going to be streaming that at some point. Thanks, that really put a spring in my step. Haven't played any of the Mario and Luigi games. Actually, I think there was a demo for Mario and Luigi at some point on the 3DS. And, like, I don't think I played past the intro area, if I have. Ninja Rama. Mario RPG. Okay, great choice. Yeah, that was the first RPG I'd ever really played, and it blew my mind. Just being able to see the Mushroom Kingdom recontextualized that way, and the story that game told, and it was a lot more than what I was used to at the time, versus just, like, run to the red and jump on stuff. And I appreciated that, and I loved Mallow and Gino, and I wish they would come back someday. But of course, Square. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last level for today. But thank you, Gracker, for hanging out. There was someone else who, I totally Oh, I have the name. Marps Almighty, thank you for dropping by. Thanks, Anjan, for dropping by. Thanks, Maddie Lang, for dropping by. Oh. Okay. I will admit, I am enjoying this game more than I thought I would. I thought, like, oh man, this is gonna be another Baby Yoshi game, and it's a little harder than I thought, which is good. At least trying to do it well is proving to be more difficult than I thought. So I'm more of, like, just play through it to the end. Performance be damned. And even so, I'm still having fun with this, so that's cool. Although I am now confused. What am I supposed to do here? Like, I get that I'm supposed to flip this. Oh, okay. Thousand Year Door over Paper Mario. Okay, I've heard that sentiment as well, and so I look forward to finding out for myself. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that this... Man, that sounds all like a long time from now. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that this year. There's a lot of stuff on my list of things to stream, but I will be playing that eventually. And I do have a copy of it here, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. What's your favorite Zelda game? Mine is still Ocarina of Time, but aspects of that game, I think it's... Like, having played the remaster on the 3DS, I don't think I'd be able to beat that game again. I don't think I've got the chops for it. I think there are certain aspects that are pretty tough. And maybe that's just me being a baby, but it's probably just me being a baby. Let's be real here. Can I? There we go. And that's more of a testament to how good Thousand Year Door is, as opposed to Paper Mario not being as good. Okay. Hey, we died for the first time. Breath of the Wild, hands down. Okay. That is in my top 3. Breath of the Wild is fantastic. Yeah, when that game came out in the Nintendo Switch, I just disappeared for like a month and a half into Hyrule, and I needed to like explore and see everything, and I loved it for that. And I love the open-ended nature of most of its design. I think the part of the reason why it's not #1 for me. Oh, you haven't played it yet? Breath of the Wild? Of course I've played Breath of the Wild. I love Breath of the Wild. It's fantastic. It is in my top 3 of Zelda games. And also, I bought this Nintendo Switch at launch. What would I have been playing? I did not buy this for Snipper Clips. I will tell, or 1-2 Switch. I will tell you that. Though I did buy both of those, and at least one of the Snipper Clips is good. I'm not besmirching the name of Snipper Clips. Ah. Oh, misunderstood. Yeah, I've definitely played Breath of the Wild, beat it, loved it. I thought you said top 3 to play for some reason. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Breath of the Wild, fantastic. And also in that top would be A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. A Link Between Worlds was fantastic as well. Going through Master Mode at the moment. Ooh, you bought the DLC too. Yeah, I never did pick that up. Get around to picking that up. But yeah, that's cool. Being able to extend the experience like that. Oh my god, Link to the Past is so hard. Haha. Yeah, it's definitely a challenging game. I don't know if I could beat that now. Like, I did beat it as in my younger days, but I don't know if I'd have the patience for that now. I think, yeah, I would get lost in the overworld constantly of trying to flip between the light and the dark. Yeah, I'm not cut out for that life now, but fantastic game, though. Ah, we just go straight. Also, are these Shy Guys just, like, running at me with shivs? Like, we went full prison life? The moth boss in that game is one of the few times I've been visibly upset on stream. Okay. I'll have to check that out sometime. I will give you a follow after this stream. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest things to stream, like, not being good enough to get past the thing you are doing on stream is, like, my biggest pet peeve. Of just, like, me being incompetent at the game I am playing. It's so embarrassing. At least I find it embarrassing. I know the reality is, like, everyone gets stuck in games and not everyone is incredible at them. But I just don't like I don't like being the one on the other end just holding the controller like, what do I do? Knowing that there's probably someone watching right now that's like, oh, just do the thing. Like, right now, I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do. I think I missed something at some point. Okay, so I have to get this key. That key is down here. Well, that's appreciated, but unnecessary to do. Alright, what am I supposed to do here? What? Like, it's something with this. Nope, not supposed to shoot that thing. So I have to go down there. I can't... Man, I don't want to end this like this. Come on, man. Ah! I'm an idiot. Okay, well, we got through there. Alright. I wonder what was in door number 1 and door number 2 now that I think about it. Let's go check those. Nope, can't. It kills me that these Shy Guys are just running at me with knives. Oh. I don't enjoy being upset. I don't know. Yeah, I don't either. I think there are definitely some streamers who thrive off of it and who build their audience off of being angry. I can't do it. That's just not in my nature, and also not the environment that I want to create as a streamer. It does remind me, though, since we're talking about, like, streaming stuff, I read Reddit r/Twitch on Reddit, and this one guy, and I never saw any of this guy's proof to validate it, but he did a social experiment where he set up 2 different channels. One channel where he was like super chill, haha, Game Grumps, Shy Guys become Shank Guys. Game Grumps, okay. Yeah, one guy on Reddit did a social experiment where he set up 2 different channels, started them on the same day, and on one channel he would just stream being nice, chill, and the other channel he would be super obnoxious, yell at the camera all the time, and just like rage out. And the channel where he raged out did 3 times as well as the one that was like nice and chill. It got way more followers, the chat was a lot more toxic, but he got way more followers, versus the other one where there was people he was more genuinely interested in like interacting with, but there was just way fewer of them. He did not post any of the links to his actual channels to validate any of that stuff, but I can believe it. That's just not what I want to do. Alright. Let's go get some costumes, and then we will wrap this up for today. Oh, look at that, super rare. That's pretty dope. $200 a costume. Oh man, we're breaking the bank on these. Oh, we got a common. What do we get? A paper box. Great. Ha ha ha. Toxicity is attractive to many for one reason or another. Definitely not who I am. And definitely not who I am either. It's... yeah, I just don't carry myself that way, and it's hard, and that's not necessarily the image I would want to portray on the internet either, even if that was who I am. I don't know, that just doesn't sit well with me. But I mean, there are people that do it well, they enjoy it. I probably would enjoy watching more streams like that if that was what I was into. And maybe I'm not into that, and I still maybe find streamers who are entertaining in that form. Alright, man. It's time for me to get out of here. Finally eat some breakfast. But thank you so much. Have a great day. I hope the... What was I going to say? Oh, the concrete staining goes well in the scrubbing. Hope that goes well. Congratulations again on the kid. And let me go find your channel here, actually. You're not going to be able to see me do this on stream. But, there you go. Gracker221. Let me go hit you up with a follow here. Done. Awesome. I'll definitely check you out at some point. But till then, I'm going to go eat some breakfast. We will be back on Tuesday. I normally don't stream on Tuesdays. Wednesday is my normal day, but we can't stream Wednesday because I'm going to be out with my coworkers at a baseball game. So we're going to be doing Tuesday, Thursday instead. Thursday is going to be Paper Mario. Tuesday might be Overwatch with Jason if Jason is available. If not, then we'll play something else. Maybe we'll play more Yoshi. This is fun. I don't know yet. TBD. So yeah. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. Thank you, Gracker221, for the follow. Thank you, Merps Almighty, for the follow. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I look forward to watching some of your VODs and seeing what you're all about. Thank you, Matt, for dropping by. Thank you to Chris and Rachel over at Double Jump. Twitch.tv/X. I totally butchered that. Twitch.tv/X Double Jump for hosting me today. I appreciate it.